In the ancient world, there was once a time of unity, a time when all of humanity spoke one language and gathered to build a great tower, a tower that would reach the heavens. This was the Tower of Babel. But it wasn't just a building. It was the birthplace of a powerful rebellion against Yahuwah. Led by a mighty hunter named Nimrod, this rebellion sought to unite humankind under one kingdom. Nimrod, the first to establish an empire, aimed not just for political power, but for spiritual dominance. He sought to build a system that would replace the worship of Yahuwah with the worship of himself. But what began with Nimrod didn't end there. His wife, Semiramis, declared herself the queen of heaven. Together with their son, Tammuz, they formed the core of a pagan trinity: a mother, a father, a son. Worship of this divine family spread across ancient Babylon, and it's still with us today. Tammuz, the supposed reincarnation of his father Nimrod, became the focus of worship. As the god of fertility and renewal, his death and resurrection were celebrated every year. This story, passed down through the ages, became the foundation of false religions, corrupting the true worship of Yahuwah. In Ezekiel 8:14, we find a disturbing scene: women weeping for Tammuz, inside the very temple of Yahuwah. This was no ordinary mourning. It was a part of a fertility cult, a ritual to bring back Tammuz from the dead and to bring prosperity to the land. But this worship was an abomination, a violation of Yahuwah's commandments. And now we must ask ourselves, has this Babylonian system really disappeared? Or has it simply taken on a new form? The image of the mother and child, which once belonged to Semiramis and Tammuz, can now be found in Christian iconography. The veneration of Mary and baby Jesus echoes this ancient deception, but there's more. Look closely at the prosperity gospel being preached today. Promises of wealth, health, and success, all in the name of Jesus. But is this the same message that Yahushua came to deliver? Or is it the ancient worship of Baal repackaged? Baal, the god of fertility and riches, offered prosperity in exchange for worship. And today, many are unknowingly following this same pattern. Even the name Jesus, how did it come to replace the true name of the Messiah, Yahushua, meaning Yahuwah is salvation? Over time, this name was changed, diluted through centuries of syncretism, merging Roman and pagan traditions with the teachings of the scriptures. What we are left with is a version of faith that's far removed from Yahuwah. Yahuwah has always called his people to return to him, to reject the false systems of worship that began in Babylon. The true Messiah's name, Yahushua, carries the power and authority that no other name does. It's through his name that salvation is given, not through the name that was created and altered by men. The deception that began at Babel continues today. From the weeping for Tammuz to the prosperity doctrines of modern religion, the ancient Babylonian system has never fully disappeared. It has just taken on new forms. But there is hope. Yahuwah calls us to return to the ancient paths, to reject the corruption of false worship, and to embrace the true name, Yahushua. The time has come to break free from the deceptions of Babylon, to return to the truth. The truth is not lost. It has always been there, waiting for those with eyes to see and ears to hear. Will you seek it? Will you return to the true worship of Yahuwah?